We're on.
What's up, everybody? This is Ben Cohen at Wing Chun DC. I'm here with my senior student Tony, or one of my senior students. My other senior student is filming now. That's Justin. So look, today I haven't done a video in a little while, but today I wanted to talk about something that's really, really important in good Wing Chun, or Kung Fu in general, or fighting in general, right? And it's this concept of the sticking concept and how you develop that ability, right? Because sticking is quite complex. Sticking doesn't mean if we're here like this, right? I don't just stick to your hands like that and grab them like this. This is not sticking, okay? Because if I'm tense like this and I'm grabbing and then he puts the pressure on like that, he's going to go into my musculature. He's going to put force into my musculature. My musculature is going to then absorb that pressure, right? And it's going to take away my balance and my structure, okay? So what I want to do is I want to develop this like emptiness in my upper body, okay? I would develop an emptiness in my upper body, and then so when we touch like this, right? So we're in Chi Sao or grappling or whatever art you're doing, right? From here, if there's nothing here, and he pushes into me, right? Then I go, right? So there's two extremes. I can be tight like this, he pushes in, and my whole frame goes like that, or I can be, there's nothing there, he pushes in, and I go, okay? So I have to develop this stickiness, right, or fullness, which is what I kind of like to call it, right? So you've got to imagine that you're like a hose, okay? So, and your body is like a hose, and you're filling the hose with water, so you're full. But you're not tense, but you're not completely flaccid either, right? You're full. So when we play Chi Sao, right, or grappling, then I have my correct structure like this, I'm not tense when I'm doing it, but I'm imagining that someone's turned a tap on and it's filled my whole body with water, or chi, or whatever it is you like to envision, right? So now from here, when he puts pressure on, right, that pressure, there's no tension here, but he's putting pressure on, and I'm maintaining a frame, I'm maintaining a structure like that. And it's going down through my body, through my heel into the floor, through my structure into the floor. So now when he puts pressure in, he hits the floor and I can extend and I can push him back, right? So what I'm doing is I'm creating a sort of an interconnectedness in my body, right? But it's interconnected and it's not tense. There's no tension in when I'm connected. So that's why I feel it's helpful to think of it as water, right? It's water within your body, right? If there's tension anywhere in the body, then energy can't go through the water, okay? When there's blockages. So it's like there's constant. Imagine just water flowing in, or chi, whatever it is, flowing in through your body, and it's constantly there. So when you stick now like this, and there's pressure coming forward, right? I can extend onto my partner like that, right? And from whatever position I'm in, I'm always full like that, okay? There's a fullness to it, right? And it's the same when I punch, right, from here, boom. My punching, right, is boom, right? It gives you like that's a more internal kind of punching, okay? Because my body's interconnected, I'm connected to the floor, I punch through, and what I'm really doing when I'm punching, right, is if he isn't like that, if he's too empty or if he's too full, if he's too tense, or there's nothing there, both of that works against him, right? If he's tense and then I throw in, right? His body then, that doubles the impact. If he's too soft, then he can't take the shot either, right? So when you're playing Chi Sao, you're constantly working on this, right? You're constantly working on this fullness here, boom, there. So when he walks in, right, he hits the floor and comes back out again, almost like a spring. So I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I use this in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too, particularly when I'm playing guard. Right? When I play guard in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I do the same thing. Right? If my guard is too weak, someone can smash into your guard and collapse it. If it's too stiff, your legs are too stiff, and you're playing guard, which is essentially Chi Sao in Wing Chun, but the other way around. Then you can get thrown around, right? They can manipulate your weight, they can grab your leg and turn you over. But if you practice this, a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu players do this really, really well with their guard. They stick to their opponent, right? So they use their legs, and someone's in the guard, right? A good player will just literally stick to their opponent and start manipulating their balance through their legs. But their legs are not stiff, and they're not relaxed either. They're not flaccid either. They're in this space in between, and that feeling is for me best thought of as water, as a hose filling up a pipe, or filling up a hose pipe. So think about it that way, okay? That means when you do your drills like this, you have to put, first of all, have to be no tension in the body, then you have to fill it up. So when you're punching, you're thinking of this filling up there, okay? So anyway, it's something to think about. It's one of the more kind of esoteric aspects of martial arts, and the more you focus on this stuff, the higher level your skill will become over time. Any questions, any comments, please pop them in the comment section below. I will try to get back to you. And thanks very much, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.